For over 2,000 years, his name has shaped the world. Jesus, the most influential figure in human history. We know about his birth in Bethlehem. We know about his teachings, his miracles. We know about the cross and the empty tomb. But there is one part of his life that remains one of the greatest mysteries ever recorded. A missing timeline, an unspoken history, a silence that lasts nearly 18 years. The lost years of Jesus. Where was he? What was he doing? And why? Do the ancient records remain completely silent? This is the question that historians, researchers, and believers worldwide have tried to answer for centuries. Let's begin at the only place where the records do agree. Chapter 1. The Disappearing Boy. The last time the Bible mentions Jesus as a child, he is 12 years old, found in the Temple of Jerusalem, surrounded by teachers, astonishing them with wisdom beyond his age. After that moment, he disappears from history. Not a single word, not a single story. Until he returns at age 30, standing beside the Jordan River to be baptized. 18 years vanish like a breath in the wind. Why? What happened during those silent years? Some say he stayed in Nazareth, living quietly as a carpenter, but others believe his footsteps reached far beyond Israel, to deserts, mountains, and ancient civilizations far from home. Chapter 2. The Road to Egypt. Some ancient traditions claim his journey began in Egypt, the land where knowledge was treasured, where priests studied medicine, stars, and wisdom. Could the young Jesus have walked the streets of Alexandria, a city bursting with scholars, poets, scientists, and philosophers? Some believe he studied among Egyptian priests, learning sacred wisdom, healing, writing, astronomy, and the deep mysteries of spirit. If true, then Egypt became his classroom, a place where the young boy would grow into a man who would one day transform the world. But Egypt is just the beginning. Chapter 3. A Journey. East from Egypt, a mysterious trail leads further, toward the east. Ancient legends from India and Tibet speak of a foreign holy man, a teacher from the west, known as Isa, a name strikingly similar to Jesus. These ancient manuscripts describe a kind man who taught love, taught peace, and challenged cruel traditions. He healed the sick, comforted the poor, and stood against injustice. Some texts say he stayed with monks in the Himalayas, absorbing wisdom, learning discipline, silence, and meditation. Was Jesus the mysterious Isa? Could he have walked the mountain roads of India long before his ministry began? Many locals believe he did. Their stories, passed down for generations, tell of a teacher unlike any other, a man who spoke of a single loving God in a time when the world worshipped many, a man who left one day, saying he must return to his own people. Soon after, a teacher appeared in Galilee, speaking with authority, performing miracles, as if he carried wisdom from lands far beyond. Coincidence or forgotten truth? Chapter 4. The Missing Writings. So why don't our main Christian texts talk about these missing years? The answer may be simple or intentional. Some say the writers focused only on his ministry because that was the most important. But others believe the early church chose to remove parts of his story to protect his identity from being confused with other teachers or religions. In 1887, a Russian traveler named Nicholas Notovich claimed to have found ancient scrolls in a Tibetan monastery. The scrolls describe the life of Isa, mirroring Jesus' teachings. While some scholars reject his claims, others believe Notovich uncovered truths many wanted buried. whether the scrolls were real or not, the questions remain. Why does history go silent during those 18 crucial years? What knowledge did Jesus carry when he returned? Chapter 5. The carpenter or the scholar? Some argue Jesus never traveled. They say he stayed in Nazareth, working as a carpenter, living a simple life until his ministry began. But here is the problem. When he does appear at age 30, he speaks with wisdom beyond anyone around him. He quotes scripture fluently. He debates scholars. He heals with confidence. He commands storms. He speaks of kingdoms and spirits and eternity. Where did a village carpenter learn such things? No ordinary life could have prepared him for what he became. Something happened in those lost years. Something profound. Something powerful. Chapter 6. The return of the teacher. When Jesus finally returns at age 30, he seems prepared, as if he knew exactly what he was sent to do. He chooses disciples not from priests or scholars, but fishermen, tax collectors, ordinary men, because he came not for the learned, but for the lost. He teaches in stories, simple, powerful, yet deeply wise. Where did this wisdom come from? Travelers, prophets, foreign lands, or directly from God, in silence and solitude? Nobody knows. But those 18 years changed him. Chapter 7. Truth or legend? Did Jesus really travel to India? Did he speak with monks in Tibet? Did he learn healing in Egypt? Some say yes, some say no. Proof is scarce, but the stories refuse to fade. What is clear is this: Jesus' teachings carry echoes of wisdom found in many cultures. Love your enemies, turn from hate, help the poor, seek inner peace. These teachings appear across ancient traditions, yet Jesus expressed them with unmatched clarity and authority. Maybe he never traveled. Maybe he learned from his Father alone. Or maybe he walked roads we still haven't discovered. Chapter 8. Why it matters. So why do the lost years matter? Because they remind us that God's story is bigger than borders, bigger than nations, bigger than time. Because they teach us that Jesus was not only a man of miracles, but a seeker, a learner, a traveler. Because they show us that even silence holds meaning. Those 18 years shaped him for the most powerful ministry the world has ever seen. Whether he studied in temples or walked alone in deserts, what he returned with was a message that changed history, a message that still changes us. Chapter 9. The last question. Maybe we are not meant to know every step Jesus took during those lost years. Maybe the silence is the message. Maybe God wanted us to wonder, to search, to question. Because the truth is, faith begins where certainty ends. The lost years of Jesus remain a mystery. But maybe, just maybe, the answers are still out there, waiting